It's a rescue mission. The most common misconception about Jesus is he came to judge and destroy. But that's not so. John 3:16 to 17 is his mission statement in 2 verses. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. This is God's mission statement for humanity. We are condemned already, but he came to rescue us from that condemnation, where the enemy is trying to have us think just the opposite. We're not condemned, but when Jesus comes, he's going to condemn us. See the opposite paradox that the enemy is trying to fool everybody with? Honestly, yeah, nobody wants to be exposed for any wrongdoings. But let's look at this. John 3:19 to 20 tells us that this is the condemnation, that light has come into the world, Christ has come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their dead deeds were evil. Nobody wants to have their bad side exposed or their embarrassing side exposed. See, for everyone that does evil hates the light, neither comes to light lest his deeds be reproved or shown. But Satan uses this as to keep one from the true purpose of Christ's mission. This is the enemy's last-ditch effort to keep you from Christ. We have to remember that Christ knows our deepest and darkest secrets. See, Psalm 139, verses 2 and 3 tells us, Thou knowest my downsitting and my uprising. Thou understandest my thought far off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. No matter where we are, no matter how bad we are, God knows us intimately, even though we don't know him. God doesn't want anybody to be destroyed. He wants each and every one of us to have eternal life with him in paradise, hanging out with us, being our friend, our guide, our king. Jeremiah 23:24 tells us that we can't hide from God. There is nothing secret with God. Jeremiah 23:24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord. Evil is allowed in this world because he limited his power to give us free will and choice. Because without that free will, we can't choose to love. We have to choose to love somebody or choose to hate somebody. Choose to do good or choose to do evil. All Christ wants us to do is come clean with our past to him. He knows it already. So he can offer forgiveness and restoration with the Father by accepting him into our lives and having him become Lord of our lives. Remember, to be rescued out of this condemnation that we're stuck in, we have to accept the fact that Jesus is real and loves you, no matter how bad your past is. You cannot be too bad for Jesus to save you. We need to make him Lord of our lives by asking him with your mouth to come into your life and believe he is as real as you are. We need to learn about his love and the right standards to live by, which is in his word, known as the Bible. We learn how to communicate with him through prayer. And when we invite him into our hearts, this allows him to transform our mind to live right, be right, and stay right within the moral and ethical boundaries he has created for all of mankind. Your past sins will be canceled through the forgiveness of Christ on the cross when you accept him. And you are transformed. You are transformed when you accept him into your life. Galatians 2:20 tells us, For I am crucified with Christ. Nevertheless I live, yet not I, but Christ lives within me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Are you ready to accept Jesus Christ into your life?